Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. So, welcome to the week 3 open session. First, okay, so before starting the contents of the week 3, so actually, I wanted to discuss this grading change for the C course. So, I think yeah, Devoji and Hemant, you have raised the hand. Do you have any specific query?
Yes, sir. Regarding today's class, it is not updated in Google Calendar, sir, or it is removed, sir.
No, it is visible in the calendar. So, how you join this session?
From WhatsApp, I got just one message on WhatsApp.
No, have you added the calendar in your calendar? This course calendar,
Yes. Calendar I have added.
but this course is visible. Can anyone, any other confirm this? The course event is visible or not?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, so I think Hemant, you haven't joined that.
Okay, well, I will see it later, sir. Huh? Thank
Yeah,
you, sir. Thank
add the calendar in. Yeah.
you. Okay,
So
sir.
another is who raised the hand? Second, yeah, nobody. Okay. Okay, so regarding the grading change, so let me share my screen and just tell me what is the change happened. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. So actually we have updated this grading document on the course page itself, and we have also sent the announcement, and we have also posted on the discourse forum. So that things, and you can also just check the link which is available on the portal for the grading document. So what changes it actually have done in the C. So actually we have removed the lab component. Lab component means in-person lab component for the C programming course. Okay. So in the last term, actually that lab is conducted in the campus. So that 4 days lab. But this time we are removing this, and because this is a programming course and you are doing lots of programming assignments in this course itself, and we will also start one new assignment types from week 5 onwards. So after this qualifier exam or quiz one exam, so from week 5 onwards we will start one new assignment type, that is timed assignment actually. Okay, so that assignment will be open on 3 days, okay, for any specific time. So like we will release like Saturday, Sunday, Monday in night 8 to 10 p.m. Okay, so duration of that assignments will be 2 hours, but it will be released on 3 days every week. So you can attempt these timed work assignment. So like any one day you can just solve all the problems on one slot. Or you can solve two problems on the first slot and then remaining two on the second day. Okay, so problems will remain same or on all 3 days. So you can attempt any one day or either partially. So that timed assignments we will add from week 5. So based on that we are just change the formula of this to calculate the total score, because this is 5 credit course. Okay, so we have changed the weightage of the components compared to the previous terms. So let me just explain this grading document things. Okay, so what are the grading documents this time we are using? So first thing, there is no off camp in campus lab, okay, for the C course. And another things, what are the important things is here which you should keep in your mind. So we have one quiz exam. Okay, so quiz one we have for the C programming course. After that we have opp 1, opp 2, and finally end term exam. Okay, so we don't have the quiz 2 exam for the C course. So this quiz 2 maybe happen for the other courses, but for C we don't have this quiz 2 exam. So quiz 1, as you know that this after week 4 that quiz 1 will be conducted in person. uh, After that then opp 1 exam will be conducted. So there is no eligibility criteria for the opp 1 exam. So eligibility means everyone will be allowed for this OPP one. Okay, those who have registered for the course, you can give the exam. this OPP1, there is no restriction for anyone. Okay, so OPP means online proctored programming exam. So that will be conducted with the that is online. Basically, you have to connect through the Gmeet, and some proctor will monitor you through the Gmeet, and this is 2 hours exam where you will get 4 problems, and you have to solve these 4 problems in 2 hours. So this is the OPP1 exam. Second is OPP2 exam. So okay, after OPP1, so that OPP2 exam will be conducted. This is also a similar online proctor programming exam, but here we have some eligibility for the OPP2 exam. So how the eligibility will be defined for the OPP2? Okay, so now as I said that from week 5 onwards, we will release some timed assignment. Okay, so this timed assignment basically we are releasing for the practice of this OPP exam. Okay, so you can practice to solve the problems in the timed manner. So then you should be you will be able to solve all 4 problems during the OPP exam also if you have enough practice in this manner. So from week 5 onwards, we will release this timed assignment, and every week we will release on 3 days. So you have to complete all 4 problems. Actually, we will release 4 problems every week, and you have to complete these 4 problems during the given slots only that time. So in this manner, so after first 5 timed assignment, okay. So first 5 timed assignment means we will start from week 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. So once the 5 timed assignment will be completed, so we will select best 3 out of first 5 timed assignments. So each timed assignment have 4 programming problems, and score will be calculated by average of or 4 programming problems for the particular week. Okay, so what is your average score of the first week timed assignment? Similarly, second week, third week, fourth week, like fifth week, and then best 3 out of 5 scores will be considered. And what is the average of best 3 out of first 5? We have total 6 timed assignment, but we will consider best 3 out of first 5 timed assignment. So that score should be equal or greater than 40 out of 100. Okay, if you satisfy this criteria, then you will be eligible for OPP2 exam. Okay, online proctor programming exam 2. If this criteria is not satisfied, then you will not be eligible for the OPP2 exam. Okay, so this is very important criteria. So please note down this, and we have also displaying this on the main course page, so you can check. And second thing, this timed assignment also have the weightage in the total score. So don't miss this timed assignment, and this also required for the OPP2. Next thing is so yeah, this course have 5 credit. Okay, and eligibility for to write the final exam. So final exam is end term exam, so that will be conducted after completion of the course. So final end term exam, quiz exam. So this should be the eligibility criteria for the to write the final end term exam. So best 5 out of first 9 week of weekly assignment, so which you are submitting for, like this graded theory assignment and GRPA programming assignment every week. Okay, so weekly assignment best 5 should be selected, and that average score should be greater than or equal to 40 out of 100. And okay, so this is the first condition. And second condition is attendance in one of the 2 OPP exams. Okay, you should be present in at least one OPP exam, either OPP1 or OPP2. Then you can give final end term exams. You can eligible for final end term exam. Okay, so this is the eligibility for final exam. Eligibility to obtain the final course grade. Okay, so this is the criteria for to get the course grade. So first thing, attending the end term exam should be necessary. Okay, end term exam attendance is required, and score in one of the 2 programming exams. Okay, so these 2 OPP exam, OPP1 and OPP2, we have 2 programming exam. So score in any one of these two exams should be greater than equal to 40. Okay, in any one of the exam. Okay, so that criteria should be fulfilled to pass this course. So that means separate, we have separate passing criteria for the programming exam also. So like you have 4 programming problems in each OPP exam, and each problem have 25 marks. Okay, suppose. So out of this 100, you should get at least 40 marks. Okay, that means you should complete at least 2 problems in any one of the OPP exam. Okay, not in the combination way, but either you can just clear OPP1 or maybe OPP2 or both. Okay, so this is one separate criteria which is you need to pass, like programming exam. So your 2 problems should be correct at least to pass this course in any one of the OPP. Okay, so now these are the things regarding the final course grade, and now the how we will calculate the final score for this course. Okay, so this terminology we are using basically GAA means average is 10 week score, this weekly graded assignment or programming assignment average, and this is timed mock assignment or weekly timed assignment. Okay, which we will start from week 5. So here we will select best 4 out of first 6. Okay, so we have total 6, so out of 6 we will select best 4. So that is called weekly timed assignment score, quiz 1 score, OPP1 score, OPP2 score, and F is final end term score. So this term we are using in this formula. So this is the final formula we will calculate the total score for the C programming course. So here weekly assignment have 10% weightage. Okay, so 10% weightage is for weekly assignment, this graded theory assignment and programming assignment. So every week actually we will calculate the score of 50% of theory assignment and 50% of average of all programming assignments. In this manner that weekly score will be calculated. If there is no programming assignment, then only 100% of theory assignment score for that week. So this is 10% for the weekly assignments, 20% for the quiz 1 score. Okay, so quiz 1 have 20% weightage, 40% is final end term score weightage. Okay, final exam is have 40% weightage. Now this is the formula for the OPP score. So here what is this? Actually, if you give both OPP1 and OPP2 exam, okay, suppose if any student give both OPP1 and OPP2 exam, so weightage is 15% for OPP1, 15% for OPP2. Okay, so total 30% weightage have both OPP. But suppose if anyone missed one OPP exam, okay, so then we will check 20% of max of OPP1 or OPP2. Suppose if anyone missed this OPP2 exam, so that OPP1 will be considered and 20% will be taken. Okay, so what is the maximum of this 15% of OPP1 and 15% of OPP2? Okay, or 20% of max of OPP1 and OPP2. So that means if anyone is giving both OPP1 and OPP2, so marks will be considered from 30 marks. Okay, so that marks will be the weightage is 30%. But if anyone missed any OPP, okay, so then weightage for this is 20% for any one of the OPP. Okay, so which is maximum that will be considered. So that means 10% loss if you missed any one OPP exam. So then plus 15% is the weightage for this weekly timed assignment. Okay, from week 5 we will start. So this also contains 15% weightage. And finally we will get, so this if you add this total percent, so you will get 115 actually, 115. If you are attending both OPP exam, then you will get out of 115 marks. Okay, If you are absent in one of the OPP, then your marks will be out of 105. Then this will be capped to 100. Okay, so suppose if you are getting 90 marks if out of 115, so that will be converted into out of 100. So yeah, so this is the formula now we have updated, and this formula will be used. In last term we was using we were using that 20% for OPP1 or 20% for OPP2 and 5% for WTA, like this, but this time this is totally changed. Okay, and yeah, in this manner your score will be calculated for this. So important thing is this weekly timed assignment, do not miss this, because you will get, if you miss this weekly timed assignment, here you will lose 15 directly, and also you will not be eligible for OPP2 exam, so that 15% you will also lost. So just attend all the weekly timed assignment also. Okay, so that questions are not tough. So suppose we will start from week 5, so that first timed assignment, the contents will be related to the week 4. So those week you have already completed, then timed assignment questions will contain that week. Okay, so now this is the new grading pattern for the C programming course. Okay, let me just check if someone is asking question. 1 second. Yes, Hemant, go ahead.
Sir, the percentage is taken, sir, here, like 10%, 20%, sir. This is what 20% of maximum marks, or what we have got, sir, in the exam?
No, formula is like you will always get the marks for out of 100 for each. So like you are giving quiz. If you are giving quiz, okay, so you will get marks out of 100. Okay.
I mean, quiz end time everything is regarded as 100 marks, na sir?
Yes. So every score will be considered as 100 marks, but that will be converted into a required percentage.
Suppose, sir, if there is an exam of 130 marks, sir. So if I what marks I have got, sir, that is calculated out of 100, na sir? Suppose 30 marks out of 150 I got in exam, but it is calculated out of 100.
Yes. So one example I'm giving. Suppose you are giving the quiz 1 exam, okay? So that you will get the marks out of 100. Suppose you got out of 100, you got 75 marks, okay? But in this formula, we will consider 20% weightage. So this is the formula. Where is? Yeah. Okay. So that is the portal, I think. 1 second. So in this formula, you can see we are taking only 20% of the quiz 1. So that means you got 75 marks out of 100. Now we will take out of 20 for the quiz 1. So out of 20, that will be converted into the same ratio. So that consider here. Okay, so 75 is percent. If you convert it into a from 20, so that means that is 15. 15. So 15 marks will be considered at this place. Okay, so here we are using the percentage thing. So everything will be considered as from the 100%. And then we will just take the part in the similar manner. So how much weightage we are taking in the formula, so that we will convert. Okay.
Sir, but overall total score, what we have got, sir, it is not considered as out of 100, na sir?
No, it will be considered as 100. So
it is what?
Yeah, so if this formula is contains total
because
115,
10 plus 20 plus.
So which I am saying that you will get 115 total. Okay, 1 second. So here you can see. So so here if you add all these percent 10, 20, 40, then both OPP 30 and then 15, so you will get 115. Okay, 115%. So that will be capped to 100. Okay, so if you are getting 80 marks out of 115, so that will be converted into a out of 100. Okay, so in the same ratio that will be converted. So this is not the things. So same things, if you are missing the OPP exams, your score will be considered from 105. Okay, so 105, what score you got from 105, that will be converted into a out of 100 for the final score. Yeah, Harshit,
Sir, what is the meaning of protective online 13 marks?
what online means OPP?
Sir, in the note statement, what is the meaning of protect online?
Okay, once note statement. These things. Hmm. So that means this information is given about the calculation of the score. So here we are calculating the student gets 115 marks if both OPP are attended, otherwise 105. Proctor in person. Proctor in person means the exam which you are giving on the that center, TCS center. Okay, so quiz one and end term exam. So that you have to give on the center, the TCS center. So that is called as a proctored in person. Okay, proctored online means, so this exam is basically for the OPP exam, programming exam. So you will give this exam from your home. Okay, and you will connect through the Gmeet. Okay, Google Meet or Zoom, any like this application. So this is the online exam. Basically you have to give this exam from your home, you have to connect through the Gmeet or Zoom session, and proctor will also be joined through Gmeet, and they you have to share, you have to just on your camera, okay, of the Gmeet session, you have to turn on your camera, and proctor can see your face and your computer screen. Okay, so that means proctor will monitor you through this Gmeet or this Zoom type of application. Okay, but this is not a in campus thing, so like not no center is required. So this is online exam, but some proctor will monitor you by looking through your camera.
Sir, can I get 20 or 30 marks in OPP?
Can I get 20 or 30 means?
Sir, in this solving question, yeah,
Yeah,
by
this is 30 if you attend both OPP. Okay, so OPP1 if you are giving, OPP2 you are also giving, so 15% for OPP1, 15% for OPP2, so total 30. Okay, if you missed any one OPP exam, suppose if you are not able to attend OPP2 exam, okay, you are absent, then 20% will be considered for OPP1 only, not 15. Okay, so your score will be calculated, your OPP1 score will be considered as a 20% score, not 15. So that means if you are absent in one of the OPP exam, you will lose 10% score. Okay, not 15. So here you have some advantage if you are absent in one exam.
so if I absent both exams, then I get 0 marks in OPP.
If you absent in both exam, then you are not eligible for the to write the final end-term exam also. Okay, so this dependency is also there. You can see eligibility to write the final exam, final end-term exam. Okay, so you have to attend at least one of the OPP exam. If you are absent in both, then you can also not give the final exam. So that means you have to repeat the course completely. Okay, so you have to attend at least one of the OPP exam, and you have also passed at least one of the OPP exam, so that is also required. So because of that, we are explaining this grading document today in this session. So just read the grading document carefully, do not ignore this, because there are many things are required where you need to focus. Otherwise if you miss anything, so you will get lost some place. So like timed mock is also required for the OPP2. 15% weightage is also there for OPP. This timed mock assignments. Okay. Yeah. So any other query, Harshit?
Sir, can I score 20 marks if only present in OPP? One
Yeah,
OPP.
if you present in one OPP, okay, so your score will be considered from 20 marks for the OPP one.
Equal to 105, 105.
Not 105 is the total score. Okay, let me give some example here. So total, one second, you're confused. So so this is the formula, suppose, okay, like this is first thing, this is 10% GAA. Okay, so GAA means weekly assignment score, and weekly assignment score is calculating like, so you have week 1. Okay, so week 1 you have only theory assignment, graded theory assignment. So 100% what your score you are getting out of 100 in week 1. Okay, similar week 2, what is your score out of 100 in quiz. Week 3, because you have also programming exam. Okay, so programming assignment in from week 3 onwards. So weekly assignment. So that will be considered as a 50, what is your average of, so suppose this is T. I am representing T score you got from for the theory assignments out of 50. Okay, and plus uh, P score you are getting for the average of all programming assignments. Okay, so out of 50, that will be calculated. So this, in this manner, weekly score will be calculated if you have both type of assignments, programming assignments and theory assignments. So 50% of the theory score and 50% of the all average score of the all programming questions. Okay, so in this manner you will get out of 100 score total. Okay, total out of 100. Okay, so every score is calculating out of 100 weekly score. So this is the weekly score. You have total 11 week contents for C. So then 10%, so this 10% will be considered. So WTA definition is given here like this. WTA average score in the best 10 assignment out of all weekly assignments. So that means best 10 week score will be calculated. Okay, and suppose you are getting total T10 score out of 100. So this is average of 10 weeks score, and then only 10%, suppose you are getting 80 marks out of 100, this is the average of total 10 weeks, best 10 weeks, then 8 marks will be considered in this formula. So T equal to 8. Okay, 10% will be considered from this total score. So 10 will be considered as a GA marks. Okay, now you got suppose 90 marks in the quiz out of 100. Sorry, 100. Okay, then 20% weightage we are taking for quiz. So that means what is the 10% for this is 90 is 9. 20% is 18. So 18 will marks will be considered here, quiz 1. Okay, and similarly in end term exam, suppose you got 60 marks out of 100. Okay, then we are taking 40% of this score. So 40% score is, so 10% score is 6, 40 is 6 into 4, 24. So that 24 marks will be added at this place. Okay, plus this is max thing. So max things, we have two OPP exams. So OPP 1, suppose you got you get 50 marks out of 100. Okay, and OPP 2 you are also giving, and you got 80 marks in OPP 2 exam out of 100. Okay, so now in this manner 15% for the OPP 1 and 15% for the OPP 2. So 15 for this is 7.5. Okay, so 7.5 is the 15% for this, and 15% for this is 12. Okay, so in this manner 19.5 you will get for this place. Okay, this. So this will be considered as a total 19.5. Okay, and 15% for timed, that weekly timed assignment, best 4 out of total 6. So same way, you are, if you are getting average like 80 again out of 100 for weekly timed assignment, so 15% will be taken for this. So that will be 4 plus 8, 12. Okay, 12. So in this manner we are adding all the marks. Okay, and then when you add all these marks, that score you will get from 115, and then it will be converted into a 100. So that will be your total score. If you missed any one OPP exam, suppose if you missed this second OPP exam, then this first OPP score 50, then we will not take 15%, we will take 20% of this first OPP exam. Okay, so 20% is 10. So this 10 will be added here. Okay, if you missed, so then 10 will be taken for the OPP one only, 20% weightage, and then plus 12 like this. Okay, so this is the formula actually. Okay, any doubt in this, Hemant?
While explaining the grading document, you told like we will be having weekly timed assignment scheduled for 3 days, like Friday,
Yes.
like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right?
Mhm.
So let's take an example, like if I'm attending for Saturday, in the sense it will be having 4 programming questions for a single day session, right?
Yes.
Okay, these 4 questions will be same for all the 3
Yeah,
days,
all
or
3 days. Yeah, correct.
okay, and yeah, and you told we can write 2 questions in a single day, and rest of them we can attend at the other day, right?
Yes, yes. In partial
Uh,
manner, you can also do.
yeah. But since it is mentioned as timed assignment, do we have time for each sessions, like each
Yeah,
day,
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
is
have
this
only slot 2 hours. So that will be open like Saturday 8 to 10 p.m. Okay. And like
okay?
same Sunday 8 to 10 p.m. and Monday 8 to 10 p.m. So that you can see these problems only this during this period.
Okay, is this applicable for OPP also? Like we can take 2 questions in
No,
one
no, no.
day.
So OPP exam is a main proctored exam actually. That is only you have only 2 hours and
Hmm.
you have 4 problems and you have to complete. So this is actually a exam. This is not a assignment type thing. This is proctored exam,
Mhm.
like this in campus exam. So you cannot give the exam on 2 days, no, or 2 days or 3 days. So there is only one fixed timing and one fixed day, and you have to give this exam in the same day.
Okay, what
why
about the
why
day?
we are giving 3 slots? Maybe some of you are not free on Saturday, some of you are not free on Sunday, some of you are not free on Monday, so maybe you can attempt any one of the day. So we are providing this dynamic thing, so you can attempt any one of the day. Or if you suppose if you are not able to complete all problems in first day, so you can try again on the second day also. So that things is also there.
This is for weekly timed assignment,
Yeah,
right?
weekly timed assignment. This is the
Okay,
assignment, not this is not an exam.
okay,
Sir,
okay.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
what about the timings for OPP also to
Yeah,
us?
2 hours and 4 problems. Same. So because of
Okay,
that, our aim is here for this weekly timed assignment is the same for the OPP practice. And we
okay,
also
okay.
saw we are actually also supposed to that you should complete all 4 problems in one slot one day. Okay,
Okay,
for proper practice.
this is for OPP. Okay.
Hmm. So do the practice in the similar way for the weekly timed assignment also. Okay, so just try to complete all 4 problems in one day, one slot. Okay, so
Okay,
in this
fine.
manner you can practice. But there is a chance if you are not supposed to complete all 4 problems in first day, then you can try to the second day also and complete.
Okay, but the questions will be same for all
Yeah,
the three
questions will
days.
be same on all 3 days. Yeah, but OPP exam is only 1 day fixed time, and you have to. This is exam. You have to complete in the same time. There is no chance again.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Sir, sir, in every there is total 5 time assignment, na, sir, from week 5
Total
onwards.
six. Total 6.
Sir, in every assignment, sir, 4 problems are given, na, sir,
Yes.
and
4 problems and
we have to solve it in front of you.
No. In timed assignment is not proctored exam. So this is online. This is the exam which you can give in any mode. Okay, so you from there is nobody is monitoring you. But this is timed. That problems will be open only 2 hours each day. Okay, so
Each day. That means in that
3
time
days.
slot only we have to answer.
Yes, you have to answer in the given duration.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, this is not very restrict exam, so we are not monitoring you. We are not. We are also giving 3 days. Okay, so you can also complete in second day. Like
Sir,
this. But
could you
our
please-
suggestion is always try to complete this problem in the first day or second day. Do not just leave on the third day. Okay, so maybe there is a chance if you are not able to complete on the third day, then there is no chance to complete. Okay, just try to complete on the
Sir.
first day. If anything is remaining, then move to the second day.
Sir,
Yes.
only two questions.
There was your voice is breaking for me. Can you repeat?
Only two questions per day, sir. 3 days. Saturday, Saturday,
Yeah,
Sunday,
this is
Monday.
the tentative actually schedule. We will just announce the exact timing. Okay, but mostly we release on at this time Saturday, Sunday, Monday night 8 to 10 p.m.
Okay, sir. Sir, please try to send it night time only, sir, because it is a free time only.
Yeah, because of that we are releasing on the weekend and night, because most of them
Okay.
you are available at that time. Okay, and this timed assignment will also be a similar type of assignment of your this weekly graded programming assignments. Okay, so one new unit, like you can see here in the portal, so that week 3 supplementary content. So this type of unit you can see. So same type of unit, new unit will be appear at the initial time of the slot. Okay, one new unit will visible to you, and then you can open that unit, and you can see four problems inside the unit. Okay, but that unit will be disappear after the ended time. Okay, so there's nothing to change. So like weekly assignment, like week 3 assignment, you have seen that programming assignments. So same interface, same type of questions you will see in the timed assignment also. Okay, so
Sir, could you please sum up the program, sir?
that I today I
That
will
will be very
explain.
useful, sir.
Yeah, today we will start these things. Okay, but the timed assignment is also a similar type of weekly assignments. Okay, so like this GRPF this type of assignment, and same portal we will use. We will not use any another portal. Same portal, course portal. At suppose timed assignment is starting at 8 p.m. So at 8 p.m. just refresh your page. Then one new unit will appear. Okay, in the last with the name of like timed assignment first, like this. Okay, and all 4 problems will you can see inside the unit, and just solve this, and at time 10 p.m. the unit will be disappear. Okay, we will explain. Okay, so once the time assignment will start from week 5, we will explain again these things, but right now just note down this grading things. So what are the important things is required, so just keep or note down. Okay, do not miss any required things. Okay, any query, any other related to the grading document or anything?
Um, Parnika here.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, Panika.
Yeah, actually, the assignments that you had mentioned just now, the timed assignments, they will start from which week onwards?
So this will start when the week 5 will complete. Okay, so after week 5 we can say that. Okay, so week 5 will be released on like Friday, so in the next week after that Friday, so that will be released.
Okay, sir.
End of the week 5 we can say that. Okay. And we will send the announcement timing and dates, everything for the each timed assignment.
Sir, please change this time place with English classes.
Sorry.
Sir, 5 to 7 p.m. and also English classes.
Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
No, I think there's no class in. So English 1 or English 2?
English 2, sir.
Oh, English 2 is classing with this. Okay, so we will check this. I'm not aware of this lesson. Okay, I'll check this thing with ops team. So maybe English will be changed.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, there is no class today, sir. English.
No, I think there's two courses, na? English 1 and English 2. So maybe English 2, I'm not sure it is classing or not. But I'm not able to see in the calendar session any session at this time.
But English 2 is not now, sir.
English 2 is not started.
No, after finishing English 1, we need to take that. Prerequisite is English 1 we need to complete.
But some term students, maybe those who have completed English 1 in the last term, so they can take now. So
Okay.
yeah, class is possible. Okay, so I will check this. Okay. Okay, any other query?
Sir, still the course completed. There is no campus visitor, sir.
No, I think you have in-campus lab for the electronics course, no? That ESTC.
There is no C programming labs in campus.
Yeah, there's no in-campus lab for C programming.
Entire
Sir.
the course.
Yeah, entire is this online mode.
Okay.
Okay, so what is the purpose of lab actually for programming course? Basically to write the program, explain the program, like these things. So same things you are doing here for in the assignments. Okay, so this campus lab is required where you have you need some hardware. Okay, so that things is required for the that EC course. Okay, like so in next terms maybe that embedded C programming course will come, and that you need some that microcontroller, this type of devices. So at that time, in campus lab will be there.
Sir. When was qualifier exam, sir? February 24 or not?
I think it is declared. You can check the sites or grading documents. So let me check. Okay.
It's February 25th, sir.
25th. Yeah.
20. Okay,
The
okay.
quiz one date is 25th. Same day you have qualifier also. Okay. Any other query related to this grading document?
Sir, I have added a schedule to my Google Calendar on websites, but there is nothing reflecting on my Google calendars like schedule. I am getting updates on only WhatsApp and mail.
So I think still maybe calendar is not added. Can you share your screen?
Yes, sir. I am. Okay. Wait a minute.
Maybe you are
1
not
minute.
adding correctly or something.
Okay, sir. I am sharing.
Okay. So I hope you have watched the week 3 videos because that content is started from last week, Friday. So we will discuss the content of week 3 today. And I'll also explain the programming assignment interface. I think in the previous session on Friday, so Levin have also discussed these things, but we will again discuss. Okay, yeah, Harshit.
Sir, after C programming, the embedded C program, the left on campus or not?
For C programming course, there is no in-campus lab. Okay.
And
But yeah,
embedded
for
C.
embedded that embedded C programming course, you will get the guidelines for that course. Just see the grading document for that. I think there is lab for embedded programming course.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
is it visible on in computer screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Are you watching?
Yeah. No, where you clicked?
Okay.
Can so what message you got?
I am repeating again.
So no, 1 second. Just go back. Just go back on the dashboard.
Sir, I am clicking on this Gmail
How?
which I have given.
One second. Can you go to the dashboard again?
1 minute, sir. This is the calendar is loading and will appear when ready.
Ha. No, I am just saying open the dashboard again.
Okay, sir. 1 minute. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we click on the load. We see this specific. No, this is not. So can you click on this general instruction and important links? This page.
1 minute, sir. Yes, sir.
No, not this. On the same page, same C course page. Do not click on any place. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, so this you can see about below the about the course. Okay, there is one tab, general instructions and important link. Can you see?
Yes, I have clicked.
Yeah, here first link is calendar for this course.
Okay, I have clicked.
Add this in the required. Can you click on any date like Friday 9? And scroll down.
One minute, sir. I am changing my Gmail. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I have clicked. I have changed my Gmail.
So
Yes, I have changed. This is.
okay, so same email you have added the calendar.
Yes, sir. Yes, I am. Yes, I have watched the session. Same.
No, which email ID you have added the calendar? Just check
Yeah,
this.
on first. Yeah, on first. This is.
So I'm not sure, but there is a chance. So just check the calendar for each email ID. Maybe there is a chance maybe that calendar is added for the another ID.
I have checked on other, and I am
Otherwise,
last.
one thing you can do, this session is fixed actually, okay, and we are using one same meeting ID, okay, and we are not changing this meeting ID. You can simply note down these things. This session is on 5 to 7 on Tuesday, and 8
Yeah.
to 10 on that Friday, okay. And
1 minute, sir. Can please 1 minute. I am
yeah,
noting.
yeah,
I am
we are not
taking a
changing
notes.
the time and anything. So, and also
5 to 7
5 to 7 on Tuesday, 8 to 10 on
Tuesday.
Friday, okay.
6 to 6 to.
No, 8 to 10, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday,
Uh,
and 3 to 5
uh,
p.m. on Saturday. Okay, so this is fixed timing for C course.
this is for only for C
C
programming.
programming, yeah. So you can note down if any session is going on. So just join through the
And for
same.
others, like electronics.
You can ask from the electronics team.
Okay,
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 I'm not available.
okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so please stop sharing.
I understood.
Okay, so let me share my screen again. Okay, so in B3, basically the main things is started that programming related things. Okay, so like I have some notes for B3. Okay, so first thing in B3, what we are covering actually, so basically what is the structure of the C program. Okay, so what structure we generally use for the basic C program, first C program, we can see that keyword in C, variable, data types, operators, expressions, operator precedence, associativity, input, output in C. So these are the points actually we are discussing in the B3, and these are the basic requirement to start this C programming things. Okay, programming things for the which we are learning here C. So syntax and basic things. So first we will start from the basic structure of the program of C. So as we have already learned in the previous session and that things, what is the program actually? Okay, so program is basically a sequence of instructions, and so this program is actually executed. So we have discussed regarding the algorithm, pseudocode, flowchart in the last session or Tuesday session. So if we have any problems and we are going to write any program or implementation to solve that problems, so before that we have to think about the logic or steps to solve that problem. We cannot directly write the code. So if you are beginner in the C programming course, any programming, okay, if you are beginner in the programming things, so do not try to write directly program. Okay, first thing is, if you are solving any problem, so first just understand the problem clearly. Okay, so if anything is missed to understand the problem, so definitely you will stuck in the coding and you will not get the correct output. So everything's a problem should be clearly understand. You should understand clearly. Okay, so that means every part should be cleared. After that, verify your understanding with the test cases. Test cases term we are using here. So every problems we will give some input. Okay, for that input, that code should be print some specific output. Okay, so for every problem, suppose if we are asking to write a problem to check if number is a prime or not, and we want that we are giving some number to the algorithm or to the program, and in output we are asking that just print true or false. Okay, return true or false. If a number is a prime, return true. If number is not prime, return false. So that things is clearly given in the problem statement. So that means your input is here number, and your output should be either true or false based on the condition which is given in the problem statement. So that if number is prime, that return or print true. If number is not prime, return or print false. So every problem have some input, and according to the input or problem statement, you need every problems have some required output. So just clearly understand these things. After that, just solve the problem. Okay, so every problems have some solution. Okay, so if you are that prime things which I just discussed, so prime things, so that means now the things is you understand the problems. Now things is how you will check that number is a prime or not. So what logic is required behind this? So basically you will apply here some thought process and some logical steps to check this. Okay, so some steps is required to check this number is a prime or not. Okay, according to the prime definition, so that number should be divisible by either the number itself or 1. Okay, and number should also be greater than or equal to 2. So according to this definition, just figure out that what steps you need to follow to identify the solution. So initially just solve this problem on paper and pen. Okay, just write some steps. So you need to do these steps to check this. Okay, so after that, after if you feel that your solution or logic looking correct, okay, that means your logic is correct and this will give correct answer for every input, then verify some random input, verify your logic by some random input. Just pass the random input, and pass means just assume any input value and check your steps is giving the correct output or not. Okay, and you can start with very small size of input. Okay, so suppose if you are checking for the prime number, so you know that 2 is a prime number. Okay, this is the initial number. 2 3 is a prime number. So just check your sequence of steps are correctly giving the answer according to the fact. Okay, so if you are giving 2 in the input, your steps is returning true answer or not. Okay, because you also know that 2 is a prime number, you know this output, but your sequence of steps is returning this answer or not. So just verify your logic by just giving some random input to your algorithms. Okay, just verify this. If you feel that yeah, your logic or your algorithms or sequence of steps actually giving the correct answer for every input, every type of input, because here input is not fixed. We will not always give the 2 or 3 value in the input. So your algorithm should be written correct output for every type of inputs. Okay, so in input we can give like 5 7 9 10 100 200, any type of value we can give. Okay, so that means your algorithm should be written correct answer for every type of input. Yeah, I'm not writing anything, so I will just write. Okay, I will explain this. I'm just talking now. So this is the first things. Okay, so after verifying, suppose if you feel that your sequence algorithms is correct, then start writing the code. Just convert your sequence of steps into the instruction of the programming language. Okay, so here programming language is actually a set of instructions, set of syntax, and it provides some facility where you can convert any steps into C programming instruction. So okay, any steps you can convert. So that things we need to understand what programming language actually provides us. So that we need to understand initially. Basic things is required to understand, because here you are learning a language, so every language have some syntax. Okay, so you have to understand some syntax knowledge before starting the writing program. So similarly, now how you can remember this lots of syntax in the C programming which you are using. So initially there is no need to learn this, just write the syntax multiple times. Okay, so suppose if you are writing any syntax or any program which you are which you have seen first time. Okay, so do not try to learn. Okay, just write that syntax multiple times, maybe 10 times, 20 times, then that will automatically store in your mind. So this is the good way to learn programming language. Just write multiple times. Okay, now I'm starting from the basic structure. So first thing, why this is not changing? One second. What happened? I think there is some issue in sharing my screen. One second, I'm not able to share. Yeah, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But I think there's some issue in meeting. Can anyone try to share your screen? Because yeah, nothing is working. Yeah, your screen is visible. Yeah, thanks for checking. Yeah, Hemant. Yeah, Hemant, you can stop sharing. Yeah, your screen is visible. But what happened with me? Meeting host. So let me join again. One second. Yeah, now working once. Nice. One second. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm opening the required application.
Sir, you're in mute, sir.
Hey, hi, sorry for very big interrupt. Actually, I have to change the system completely. So I'm not sure. My system is actually hanged. So I hope, am I audible now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
you are audible now.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Am I audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyone is speaking or not? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Arun is speaking, but Arun is not talking to me. Okay. So I hope I am audible, but others, you are not audible to me. Can anyone speak?
Yes, sir.
Your voice is breaking. Any other can speak?
You are audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I am audible, then I am showing you, explaining you, but no, you are not audible properly. So just if you have any query in between, so write in the chat, okay? Because nobody is audible to me. So yes, speak three. Okay, first thing. Okay, so programming is first I will explain that program structure. So what structure we follow for the C program course? Okay, so I'm just writing this code in the compiler. Okay. So here you can see there is one program, and we can just ignore something. Yeah, so like we can write this main. Okay, I'm increasing some font. Okay. So this is the basic structure of the C program course. So here we have some syntax for the C programming. So and this programming language contain this syntax, and also we have some rules which we need to follow to during writing the code. We cannot write anything, or we cannot write it in any way. Okay, so we have some specific way to write here. We have some specific syntax that we can write. So just just remember this syntax and rules things if you're writing some program. So initially maybe you will get some difficulty to understand or learning this type of rules and syntax, but after writing multiple times, so you can just open any code and you can just try to write that code, okay, in the multiple times. So if you're writing, suppose a printing program, so write uh, this print statement multiple, maybe 10 or 20 times. So in that way you will get the understanding of each syntax, and you will learn the syntax and rule also. So after getting the error, so how you are getting the error, why error is coming, so just try to understand that what mistake you have done in your code. and why the error is actually occurred. So just after getting the error, so also learn from the error. So error is also a part of the programming. Okay, so this is not your mistake here, because you are beginners for the C programming course. So this error comes with everyone. Okay, so those who are starting in the code, also those who are expert in the coding, those who are expert in the programming, they also get the error, but they actually become able to solve, able to debug that error, able to just correct that error. Okay, so after solving multiple problems, after solving, after writing multiple codes, and after corrected multiple errors or multiple times of the same error, then you will also get the knowledge why error is coming, and then you will just quickly, you can quickly debug that error and you can correct the error. Okay, so do not demotivate from the error. So error is just a part of the coding, or error is a part of the programming. Okay, so here you can see this is the first line we have in this structure. So this include stdio.h. Okay, here once this term is hash is also mentioned before the include. Okay, and this is int main, this is the second line. Okay, this is the second line, and after that we have this curly braces, this open bracket, and this is close bracket. Okay, and inside this we are writing something. Okay, this print syntax and this returns things. So what are these things actually, each part what is representing? So now we can start from the basic things. So first is you can see uh, preprocessor directives. So this terms is actually we will learn in the big 11. What is this preprocessor directives? What is this? But right now we will just understand that what is this and why we need this for the program in the very introductory level. Okay, so preprocessor directive is the specific symbols or a specific that we can say that some term is actually used that is called as a preprocessor directives, and when the code is actually compiled. Okay, so compile means when we run the code. So before compile, some program is actually runs for the code, and that actually checks is there any preprocessor symbol is there in the code or not. So preprocessor directive are instructions basically to the preprocessor. So there is one preprocessor things before compiling, that preprocessor actually runs and check if any preprocessor is there, preprocessor directive is there in the program. So each preprocessor directive have some specific task for the program, so that should be performed before compiling or actual running the code. Okay, so which is the separate program that process the source code before actual compilation. Okay, so source code means which code you are writing. Okay, so which code you are writing on the editor, that is called as a source code. Okay, so before compiling that source code, one pre-process things is required, that is conducted by this preprocessor, and that is actually required this, that check any preprocessor directive is there in the program. So according to that, some operation is required before compilation. So here this hash is one preprocessor directive, and so this is represented that we want to perform some operations before compilation. So like some example is there, hash include. Okay, so hash is representing this is a preprocessor, so this include is a preprocessor directives, and the meaning is here like that we want to just include some library or some other part. I'm just explaining that some other program is written in some file. Okay, and that part we want to include in our program. Okay, that part we want to include, we want to use some operation of that program in our program. So that file is already written in some place. Okay, that, and we call as a library. Okay, so some library is already created by the language, and we can directly use some operation, some function from that library directly without writing the complete code. Okay, so regarding one example of the library things, so math. Okay, so there is one library in the C programming is math. Okay, where one library is written. Library means some code is already written for in the math library where some function, some operation is predefined, already defined, and we can use that function directly just by the name of that function, or we can call that function and we can use in our code. So like we want to just calculate the square root of any value, so no need to write the complete code to calculate the square root. So we can include the math library in our program and we can directly use the function which will directly return the square root of any value. Okay, similarly square, so we want to calculate the square of any value, so we can call the function which is already defined in the library, and then we can directly get the answer, the square root of any value. So this type of some function, some operation is already defined in the libraries which is already pre-written, and we can directly include in our program and we can use according to our purpose. So similarly here some basics libraries required to write the code. That is, first is stdioh. Okay, so this if you see in this here in the example, so this one, okay, include stdio.h. So stdio.h, this is one library. It is called as a standard input output, because each code, okay, where you need to read some input from the user and print some output to the console, okay, output screen. So that operation is actually reading the input from the output console and print some output to the output console. So that operation is required, some operation, so that is defined inside this standard input output library. Okay, so that we generally represent by stdio.h. Okay, and h means here header. So this is a library which contains basically input and output operations. Similarly, one preprocessor directive we have has defined. Okay, so we can define some value and we can give some name for that. Like here we mention some pi capital. Okay, so this pi name we have mentioned here, and correspond value we have mentioned. Okay, so at any place when we are using this pi, that value will be considered as a this 3.1449. Okay, so like we want to calculate some pi r square, like area of the circle like this, and we have defined this value pi equal to this. Okay, not equal to pi and 3.14159. So if anywhere in our program, if we are writing this term, okay, pi, that will be replaced by this 3.1459 during the compilation. Okay, because we sometimes we cannot remember the value. The value is big or like this, so we can define at the top and we can use some name directly in the code, like pi. So we know that we have some value of pi, so if we want to use that value, then we will directly write pi in the code. So these are some preprocessor we can use in the code. So in detail we will learn in the BEAK level. So preprocessor and macros, these things. But this is the first things. We are including some library in our code. Okay, so we are writing this has include stdio.h. After that, so after writing this statement, we have some global declaration area. Okay, so global declaration means if we declare anything, so yeah, global declaration include variable and function declaration that are accessible throughout the program. Okay, so that means if we want to declare anything, so after writing this has include stdio.h. Okay, after writing this, we can define some value, or we can like here in this example. So after writing this has include.stdio.h, we can write like this int g global var equal to 10. Okay, and this is now global variable. Here name is also global var, and we can use this variable in our program anywhere. Okay, if we have declare outside, after writing this include things, after writing we can if define these things int global var equal to 10. So we can use this variable in any place in our code. Okay, so this is variable actually. Similarly, we can define some function. So here function means block of code. Okay, we can just write some code and we can just give some name of that block, and we can call that blocks from any place in our code. So that block of code is actually called as a function. Okay, if we want to write some specific if we write some code for a specific purpose, okay, so we can just write a function, and that means we can make some block of that specific purpose, and we can write the code inside that block. And at the time, if any time we need to do that specific task in our code, we can call that block, and that block will execute. Okay, so that block is actually called as a function. Okay, so similarly we can write any function. So after writing this include stdio.h, we can write variable, global variable, we can write global function declaration. So that function can be called from any place, any location in the program. So that is called as a global function. So similarly, we have one global function which we need to always define in the C program. This is called as a main function, and this main function is a entry point of the program. So every compiler, so compiler is basically checks where main definition is written in the code. So this main is a entry point. When we run this code, compiler checks where is the main function, and that main function, what written inside the main function, that will execute first. So if you see this code, okay, so here you need to write this main function. When we run this code, so compiler first see that this part is the first pre-processed things. Okay, before compilation, this will be included, that library will be included in the code, and then compiler will check where main function is written. So function identification is this open bracket and close round bracket. Okay, so if we are mentioning this like we are giving some name, and after that open bracket and close bracket, we can also write some things inside this bracket. So we will discuss this later, but this is the identification of function name. Okay, here name of the function is main, and identification, because we are also using this open bracket and close bracket with this. So this is representing this is a function, and this first thing, what is this data type? Okay, so this is data type. That means what data type this function will return when we run this code. So this function will execute, and after executing all the statements in last, what this function is returning to the code, to the same code. Okay, so that what type of value it is returning. So that type actually we mention here before function definition. So this type, that means here we are returning 0. Okay, so 0 is integer type value, so we are writing integer here. Okay, so this is the main entry point function, and you need to write this function when you are writing C code, and after that you can write another function with any name. Okay, so but this is the required function for your code, and you can write similar type of function when any function with any name, and you can run that function by calling the function name. But this function by default called initially. So called means your compiler will always check this function and will execute the statement which is written inside this first. Okay, so yeah, so here now this is the main function which is required. This is the data type for the function, what function is returning to the code, and that data type we have to mention. Then we will learn what data type actually we used. Okay, so that we will just discuss. Okay, but after that, here you can see one print statement is written. So this printf, and then bracket open and then close bracket. Okay, so this is also a function. Okay, so you can see this is also a function print f and open bracket and close bracket, but inside this we are passing some string. Okay, so string means you can see inside the double quotes this we are writing this statement hello world. Okay, and this is new line character, we can just ignore this now. So this is now one string we have written inside this, and you can see this is a function, and using this function where it is defined, because it is defined inside this library stdi.h. Okay, so this function is already defined, so and inside this library standard input output, when we run this function, so this will print the output in console. Okay, so in console, and this is one statement, return the value to the function. Okay, so what in the same code, so we are returning this 0. Okay, you can also skip this, you can write void. So void means we are not returning anything, and then there is no need to return. Okay, so now if we run this code, so you can see you are getting hello world in this console output screen. Okay, so this is output, we can see, and similar this console we can also give the input to the code, and we can get the output in the same console. So this is the interface for the input and output. This console is the interface for the input and output, and this is the part, this is the source code. We are just generally saying that this is the source code where we are writing the code and we will run this code, and this is the basic syntax or structure of the C program course. So we have first included this statement, then we will write main function, and inside this main function, this is the starting point of this block, and this is the end point of this block. Okay, so this is one block actually. Okay, we are giving the name of this block as a function, and this is starting and this is end. Inside this, what statement is written, it will execute one by one. Okay, so the first this will execute, and second this will execute. Okay, so printf means this will print the output in output console, this console. Okay, you can write here anything, so like C programming. Okay. Yeah, hello C programming, you can see the change. Okay, so you can just use this type of statement multiple times, just write multiple times. So like you can write I'm writing 3 times, so 1 2 and 3. Okay, so 3 times. When we run this code, you will see this will comes as a continue manners. Okay, so one you can see, so hello C programming 1. Okay, but after that the next line is started. Okay, so this hello C programming 2, this is started just after this. Okay, because once this first statement is written into the output console, cursor is actually stopping at this last point. Okay, when second statement is executed, so the writing will start at the same point where the actually last time we end. Okay, but how we can just write the output in the new line? So we will use new line character. One syntax is required to write the write in the new line, just move into the new line. Okay, so this is /n. So this syntax is required, this is called as a new line character. Okay, so once this hello C programming 1 will be written into the output, this new line character will just move the cursor into a new line. Okay, and after that this second line will come into the new second line in the output. Okay, just run this code, you can see. So you can see hello C programming 1, then next line is started from the hello C programming 2. Okay, so similar we can use /n here. So now you can see all 3 lines are coming in the new line. Okay, but and now cursor, where is the cursor? So cursor is now stopping at this last point of this after 3. Okay, so in this manner you can use this print statement to print any strings into the output console, and use multiple times this statement print to understand how it is working and what is the syntax is required. Okay, and after every line we also use this terminate things. Okay, so this is the terminate things. That means if we are using this colon, so that means this statement is now completed. in this line. Okay, and then second statement will execute. So this is the second statement, this will execute, and then third statement will use. So we need to write this semicolon after every statements. So some place we will not required because this is one statement. Okay, sometimes we need some block of a statement at the time. Suppose this mean this line. Okay, so this is not a single statement, this is basically a complete block. Okay, so this is called as a one block. Okay, and when we are writing this, so that means this main function also contain this part. So here no need to write semicolon. If you write the semicolon, you will get. So this type of rules we need to understand, so that we will understand by writing multiple codes. Okay, but some statement which is only single statement, after that write this semicolon. So this is represent that your first statement is completed here. Okay, so in this manner you can write the basic printing code. Here printing things. So let me check. I'm not getting any audio. Any message in the chat? Many things. 1 second. Return 0 y. Okay, so return 0 basically this things is required for the operating system. Okay, so return 0 means if your code is running, so some your where this code is running actually in your operating systems. So in your system, one operating system is running. So this information is going to the operating system that your code is running successfully. There is no error and nothing is happening in your code. That means your program is running successfully. So this 0 message is passed to the operating system. That means everything is okay. Sometimes if code have some issue regarding any issue, so at the time this this compiler will return something a different value, like 1 or 2, like this. So operating system will handle according to that. So if this code is returning 1 or 2, anything else, so operating system have some meaning for every return by the code. So in this manner, operating system will handle accordingly. But 0, this is for everything is correct. You can just ignore these things. So here we mention. Yeah, here we have mentioned this int. Otherwise, what you can do, you can write simple void, and you can just ignore this. So you can see still you are getting the same output. Hello C programming 1 like this. Okay. So here we are writing void. So void means function no need to return anything. So function is not returning anything. So void means nothing. So no need to write return statement here. Okay. But here this compiler is showing some warning. So to just return integer things, but otherwise some compilers is actually not shown this warning also. But it is not stopping your. It is not giving any error. It is running the code, and you can see output is also coming. Okay, but for good practice, so you can just write this int and just mention one return statement in last. Okay, so this is just for the operating system that everything is okay. So if your code is running successfully without giving any error, not error for the syntax, but any operating system related error. So that means everything is okay. So this is for main function. If you are writing any other function, you can return any type of value like string, characters, float, string, what data type we have, and you can return the value in the similar way. So this is the basic structure of the first C programming course. So now you can see what statement, what instruction we are writing here that are executing one by one. Okay, so first you can see the sequence in the output. First, this one is actually, you can see first instruction is executing, second instruction is executing, then third. Okay, so this instruction are executing in sequence manner. Okay, top to down. So in this manner, you can write your code, solution code, in the same way what sequence you want to follow to solve the problems. So in this same sequence you can give to the into the code manner, so that code compiler will execute in the same way, and you will get this output which you have written. Okay, if you are solving any problem, so what output you require, so that code will return the output accordingly. So so these are the basic structure. We will follow this structure for the every code. So this basic first thing is include statement, then main function. You have to write this steps is in every code. So this main function and then close. But what you need to write inside the main function, that is depends on the problem. Okay. So, and this is the output statement. Actually, we can say that we are printing something that will display in the console, that is output statement. Okay, here we are returning some value which is visible on the console, that is output statement. So just remember this syntax, printf. Okay, this is function. So how we can write some string inside this. Okay, so we will also understand that how we can pass some value in this string, so that we will just discuss now. So this is basic structure. Now so similarly we can write another function. So let's just give some example, but function things we will discuss in the from week 5, but I'm giving some example. We can write another function like, okay, so void and display. Okay, so this is also a function, and inside this I am writing again another statement, printf. Okay, like first, this is first program. Okay. So now you can see I have written the another function. So you can see here I am using void. Void means nothing. This function will return nothing. And name of the function is display. That means block of this name, name of this block is display. We can run this block code by using this name display. Okay, and this is function. So if I want to just run this function, so I have to call this function from our main function, because entry point is the main function. Okay, so first this statement will execute, then second statement will execute. If suppose I write these things here, okay, so this is a call. Okay, that means when the execution is happening, so this first is after first statement, then second statement, then this third statement will execute, and this is a call, and control will be moved to this function, and then this line will be executed. Okay, this line will be executed. After execution of this, then control will move back here, and that means this part is complete, and the remaining part will execute after this. Okay, so this next instruction will execute here. Okay, so I'm using this slash and here for the new line. So you can see the what order we are getting here now. So we can also just control the execution flow. So you can see line number 1 and then 2, and after that we are calling the another function display, and then the inner part will execute. Okay, so this is the first program. So you can see after completion of this block execution, then we will move back. So control will move back here, and then remaining part will execute. Okay, so this thing. So in this manner, you can understand how the execution is happening and what is the flow of execution. Okay, so the same flow you can make your solution for any problems. So this is the thing. Okay, so you can write any function with any name. So we will discuss this function definition, what rules we need to do, what value we can pass. Okay, these things we will discuss in later. So now statement and expression things. Okay, so what is statement and expression? So statement are individual line of code that perform actions. Okay, so statement 1 actually instruction we have written. Okay, so that is performing some operation in the code. So that is called as a statement. And expression is some combination of value and operators and function calls. So sometimes you write some expression in the math. Okay, so suppose if you are adding some value like 2 plus 3 divided by 5 into 4 like this. Okay, so this is the combination of value, operator, and function call. So this is called as a expression. Okay, so here example is given. So you can see this first statement. This is a single statement. What we are doing here, we are just assigning one value, okay, 5, and to the x variable. Okay, so that means x, if we are writing in this manner, okay, so if x equal int x equal to 5, so that means x is a variable where some memory is assigned to this variable. That memory is capable to store one integer type of value. Okay, integer type of value, because we have defined type here, okay, int. So in this memory space, okay, this is capable to store one integer type of value. Okay, so integer type means some size is predefined for the integer variable, and that space is actually allocated for this x. Now 5 you have assigned, so that 5 value will be stored in this place, and this x is actually pointing to this memory location. So if you want to use this value, you have to use this variable name x in your code. Okay, so same way you can write like int y equal to 10. So y equal to 10. So same manner, y value, one another memory space will be allocated to y, and then you can use y in your code, and that value of y will be considered as a 10. And then you can write like print x plus y. Okay, so here this x is pointing to some value 5 and y is pointing to some value 10. Then that means 5 and 10 will be added, and then operation will be happen. So this is called as an expression. Okay, and this is a single statement. Here one value is assigned to here. Okay, similar to like print operation, return things. These are some, all are statements that are performing some action or operation. Okay, same here, this int sum equal to add this. Okay, so this is function, and this function is performing some operation. Okay, so this is defined some place. What is the purpose of that function? So based on that, that is performing some operation, that means it is solving some expression. Okay, expression using the add function. So that means some operation like 3 plus 4 is performing when we are calling this. Okay, so this is the expression. So so every program is a just collection of instructions, this statement, expression, like these things, function. So these things. And next thing is comment in your code. Okay, so comments means when you're writing the code, you can also mention the comments. Means you can just write some things which is actually defining what you are doing in the code, but that is not executing by the compiler, that is ignored by the compiler. Okay, so you can simply write some statement here. So suppose here, what is the why you write this display function. Okay, so you want to just mention some explanation here to just when you visit the code again, so you should able to understand that why you have written this display here. Okay, so here you can mention some comment in your code, and that will not be executed by the compiler, that will be ignored, but that is a part of your source code. So like this function will print message like this. Okay, message. So we have written something, and this is not a syntax of the this string is not a syntax of C programming. This is simply a one statement. Okay, statement means just a English statement, and we have written to understand our code. Okay, just mention. And when we run this code, this will not affect. So there's no, you can see we are getting the same output. We are not getting anything related to this line. So that means this is a simple statement which is written inside the code, but it is not executing by the compiler, and it is also not giving any error. Okay, so that means this part is completely ignored by the compiler during the running time. So this is a comment that programming language provide us to just document it the program. Documented the means you can just write some statements inside the code to understand the code. Actually, if you are giving this code to the someone else, so they can understand the code easily by reading this simple statement. Okay, so one line statement, if you want to write, you can use this double slash, okay, uh, before the line, and then you can start writing. Okay, so in this manner, one line statement you can write. If sometimes if you want to write multi-line statement, okay, so where you need more very long explanation, okay, so then you can write like comment in this manner. So you need to on slash, and then okay, this is a stick, and then you can write, yeah, this is line 1, then this is line 2, right? And then you can close with the same like this asterisk and then slash. Okay, so this is also a comment. So we have two types of comment: single line comment. Okay, if you want to write single line comment, just start with this double slash. If you need to write multi-line comments, so just start with this slash asterisk and write multiple lines which you want to write, and then close. This is the end point, this is the start point, and this is the end point. Okay, slash asterisk and asterisk slash. Okay, same things when you run this code. So this part is not executing or not giving any error. This part is ignored by the compiler. So in this manner, you can mention any comment in your code to understand the code later. Okay, so this is good habit for the programmer. If you're writing code, just also mention that why you are writing these statement, this part, why you are writing this function. Just give some details through the comment in the code. Okay, so let me check some comment. Return 0 is can we share it? Sir, where can we access the notes? Yeah. So this page, I will share the drive link in the same calendar event. Okay, so then you can get this link. Okay. This notes. Okay. So this is the things comment. Okay, so you can see the example return statement we have mentioned. The return statement is used to specify the value to the return from the function. Okay, so for main function, this is just for the execution status, like 0 for the everything is okay, and other is sometimes the compiler will return some specific number so that the operating system will handle. But from other function which you are writing in your code, so you can decide what type of value you will return from the function. So that type you can define. Okay, so based on the return statement, what should be the type of the function you can define. Okay, so this thing we will learn in detail. So here for main function, you can see main function, it indicates the program's exit status. Okay, when program is run completely, then what is the exit status? Exit 0 means if exit program is exiting with 0, that means everything is okay. If program is exiting with another code, so that means code has some issue or something else. Okay, so here you can see that we can return any value. So like here, this is the add function. So the above one is the add function, and it is taking some value a and b and returning a plus b. Okay, a plus b, and so a plus b both are integer values. So int a, int b. Okay, so after adding these two integer value, you will get one integer value. Okay, and you are returning that value. So if you know that your function will return integer value, so just mention the return type before the function. Okay, so that means your function will return integer value in the code. So same things here. This is the program execution status only for the main function. So okay, so this is the example. So now you can see the overall code here. So we can write this first statement okay, to include some library. We can also use another library. So this is not only the one. Math, Conio, there are many libraries are available. So according to the need, you can just use. But this is the basic for input and output, which is required almost every code. Okay. So now this is the area. So after writing this is the global area. So you can define any variable. So suppose if you're writing this global variable here, you can use this variable inside the main function. Okay, inside the main function. So this is the global area which you have written before starting the main function. Okay, so this is called as a global area. Here you can define any function, any variable that can be used in any place in the code. So inside the other function you can also use. Okay, so you can see here we are just calling this global var, so that value will be passed. So this 10 value will be passed inside here. But we have some local variable also. So okay, so this is the global function, and this is the main function which mentioned. If any variable which we are declaring inside the function, that is called as a local variable for that function only. Okay, so that means if I am writing this x equal to 5, so this x is a variable, but this variable is a local for only main function. This cannot be accessed out of this main function. So if you want to write print statement here outside of this main function, and if you want to print the value of x, you cannot access. Okay, so access is only is inside the main function where you have defined this function. Okay, so this is called as a local, because here you are defining the variable inside the function, so scope you can access only inside the function. So this is a local variable declaration area. Same function call. All these are statement expression. Okay, so this is our statement actually. You can write another function after this main function, before this main function, any place. So this main is also a single function. So similarly, you can write any number of functions after this or before this. So all are declaring at the global place. So this is also a global area, and after main, this is also a global area. But if you're declaring anything inside the function, so that is local. Local means you can access only from inside. So now next thing is keyword. Keyword in C. So keyword means these are the reserved word actually. Reserved word for the language syntax. So language, here you are using C, and each language, each programming language like Python and other languages, so each language has their own word, which reserved words. Okay, so actually these reserved words have some specific meaning in the syntax. So you cannot use this reserved word in your code to just define some variable name or like this. Okay, so these are called as a keyword. So here you can see that break, auto, break, scare, these are defined in the C programming, and each have some specific meaning. So you can not use these word in your specific purpose, like variable name or function name. You cannot assign some name which is already defined. So this is called as a keywords. Now next thing is the variable. So what are variables? So variable is basically we have given some name for the memories. We can see that holds some data. Okay, because we are writing some program, we need we have some input, we need to return some output, and to convert from this input to output, we need some temporary storage to store some temporary data in between during the process. So we need some memory space to store our data to during the process or during the logic. So that actually memory location we can, because every memory location have some address. Okay, so that address is defined in the form of binary number or hexadecimal things. So you cannot remember that hexadecimal number or binary number. Okay, so we can give some name which we can easily remember, and we can also give some name based on the type of data which we are storing. Like if we are storing the age of any person, so we can simply give the name of variable like age. Okay, age. So we can easily understand that this age, this is a one variable, that is one simple string word that is will contain the age of person. Okay, so this will point some memory location and where we will store the age. Okay, so like 30, 20, like this. So now we can easily remember this type of word which are actually very close to human language. Okay, so we can give some name for every memory location where we are storing some data. Okay, and we can use this name in our code to access that data or value in our code instead of that memory address in the form of binary or this decimal or this hexadecimal things. Okay, so like this. So variable declaration, so how we declare the variables. So we have for some syntax for variable declaration for our code. So first we have to define this data type, what data type we want to store. Okay, and then we will give name, then we will give name for that variable. We can give any name. Okay, but yeah, this naming have some rules. Okay, so that you need to understand. So data type, suppose if you want to store age, so we know that age for age you have to store integer value like 30, 20, like this. Okay, so you have to define the type of the age. So you can see we will write this int first, so that is representing the that our age variable will store integer value. Okay, so in this manner you can store like float. If you know that your data will be like some decimal value, so that you need to define by float data type, like this. Okay, so this is the way of the variable declaration. Okay, int and age. Now that means when you write this, one memory is assigned to this age variable and your data will be stored at that memory and you can access this data by this name age. Okay, in our code. Now variable initialization. Initialization means first time when you assign some value. Okay, so variable can be assigned initial value at the time of declaration. Okay, so when you are declaring the variable, at that time you can assign some value also in the memory. You can store some value in the memory. So that is called as initialization. What value you are initializing first. So you can write like this. So int count equal to 0. Okay, here you have declared one variable count where the type of that count is int. That means this count variable will store integer value, and also 0 is also stored in the count. Okay, now if you are using count in any place, so that means you are using 0. Okay, now naming rule. So this naming rule is important for a variable name and function name for everything. Okay, so everything which is user defined, which you will define in the code. Okay, so what is the rule for variable naming? So naming means you can use only letters, okay, digits and underscore. These three types of character you can use. Okay, letters, digit and underscore. Your name must be start with a letter or underscores. That means you can start like a, like this. Okay, with letters, or you can also start with underscore underscore a b c, like. Okay, so this is the two possibility to start. You can start from letter or you can start from underscore, but you cannot start like digit. Okay, so digit we can also use, but we cannot start the variable by the digit like 1 abc. This is not a correct rule. Okay, so this is not possible, but you can use this one inside in between or end, like this. Okay, so a b c 1, so this is okay. Okay, so this is the second rule. Variable names are case sensitive. Okay, so case sensitive means if you are writing like var, okay, here v is capital and then small var. Okay, so if you have defined these two variable in your code, so one is capital V and second is small v, so both are actually different. Okay, both are different because here the first letter is capital and another is small. Okay, so same things. If you have defined the name like A and another name is A, okay, so both naming will consider as a two different names. Okay, case sensitive. So uh, so just remember these things. Okay, so sometimes we just not notice that, but you cannot define the same name for two variable, okay, in the code. So you suppose if you have defined A first one time, then you cannot give the same name to the another variable. Okay, so yeah, so this is the naming rule for the variable. Now data type in C. So let me just check the anyone. Oh, math is started. Okay. Okay, so I think today due to this my system hangs, so I cannot complete. But yeah, on Friday, so we will discuss this programming questions. Okay, so we will complete all this on Friday and Saturday. So just ask your programming assignment also. So sorry for that interruption due to my system's hang. So then we can close the session and yeah. So that notes link I will share. Sure. Okay. Then thanks. I'm closing the session because another session is going on. Okay. Thanks everyone. I'm closing.